Something rocked the Mercury Lighthouse. But what could have happened over there? Well, we just have to go out and see for ourselves. Hey everybody, it's RRPG here, and welcome to another episode of RRPG Let's Play with Golden Sun on the Game Boy Advance. In today's episode, we are going to go inside the Venus Lighthouse to see what has caused that shaking going on, or whether or not if it's already been activated, but we'll have to see. Anyway, let's get on with this episode that's already in progress, and we are entering the Mercury Lighthouse right now. Not only are we here to try to stop Felix and his companions, but we also need to try to obtain some of the water from the Mercury Lighthouse to see if we can save Tret. Well, of course we're going to save Tret. What are you talking about? But anyway, there's Mia right over there, and she says that somebody is here, and she can't even get past here because there is a statue that's blocking her way. But we can't even hear what's going on in the lighthouse. Yeah, the only reason why she can hear what's going on in the lighthouse is because she's a member of the Mercury clan. And like she said, she can't even move that statue, so we're going to have to move it for her. And she is very surprised at what we do. And she saw a ghostly force pushing it, but it wasn't a ghostly force, it was synergy. You could see our synergy, as Garrett says. And Mia had no idea that was the name of that power. Well, now you do. And she was using synergy when she healed that old man. And it was a special power that was handed down by the Mercury clan from generation to generation. Well, that makes sense. So, how are you guys doing today? Hope you guys really enjoyed the last part of the finale of Kingdom Hearts. It was a really great Let's Play, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I definitely do intend to do more Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays in the future. So, Kingdom Hearts as the second game to do a Let's Play for after Birth by Sleep, that was a truly enthralling experience. And it will be like that for the, for the rest of the time that I keep doing Let's Plays. And even though I am going to be a partner in a few weeks through Necessary Gaming, things will only get bigger and better. But I just wanted to let you know that, like I said, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I never get bored of these things. I really like doing it, and I have a lot of fun. So that's the most important thing when you're doing a Let's Play, is to make sure you have fun and be relaxed and, just impress a lot of people and, get them entertained. Because you need to make your commentaries entertaining, or else people are just going to find you boring. Yeah, that's pretty much some pointers that I can give out to people, who are doing Let's Plays. And, the number one thing, some other things that you also need to consider is that you need to, be very passionate about what you do, or else you're not going to make a big name for yourself. And if you want to make a big name for yourself, then you're going to have to be very passionate, my friends. You got to be very, 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 very passionate about the stuff that you do, like I am. Okay, one of the things that that kind of got me, got on my mind is, back when I did the Bayonetta Let's Play that's on Necessary Gaming's channel, one person had a comment. They left a comment about me saying the word so much. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm sure a lot of people can't even get out of that habit. I mean, sure, it's a really bad habit, and not everybody is a professional when they speak, so yeah, I'm not always going to be professional, but, if you hear me say just tend to disregard it. Besides, a lot of people tend to do that, but it doesn't mean that their commentary is going to be that bad. Of course not. That means it's going, that means they're just, trying their best, and they are doing everything they can to make the commentary more interesting and entertaining. It doesn't matter if you say a lot. I mean, sure, that may get on people's minds, but it doesn't mean that it's, that bad. But yeah, I did not take that as personal offense, but I did take it as constructive criticism. I know it's a really bad habit, but, it's going to take time to get used to. I mean, I'm sure it took a lot of time when Chugga Conroy and Nintendo Capri Sun and some of those other Let's Players that you see on YouTube, they've all had that habit to where, they said stuff like that. It takes time. A lot of things take time. I mean, nobody speaks perfectly. That's the number one thing that you have to realize, is that nobody can speak very perfectly when they deliver live commentary. I mean, there's a select few people who actually can speak very well on the spot, but that doesn't apply to everybody. Everybody has their own weaknesses, in a sense. Okay, now we move that cylinder over, and what we want to do is we actually want to, I don't think we want to go that, actually, I think we want to come back this way Do we? No. Actually, we want to come back this way because there was a treasure chest that we missed out on. And since we moved that big cylinder out of the way, we can get access to where that treasure chest is back over there. Yeah, because when we put that cylinder or that pipe, you know, through the other pipes, then that will block our pathway to reach up to where that treasure chest is, because the water is spouting out of those spouts. Yeah, that's the word. Spouts! Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of here now. We already obtained that psi crystal that was inside that treasure chest, so we can move on even further. And you might also notice that there was a genie that joined along with Mia. Or there was a poster that showed of a genie after we have Mia in our party. Well, the genie that she has on her is Fizz, so yeah, when you have Mia recruited to your party, that means that she will have a genie already selected to you. And that pretty much is a tradition with all the Golden Sun games that I have seen by far. Every time when you get a Mercury Adept inside of your party, they will always have at least one genie on them. But in Pierre's case, in Golden Sun The Lost Age, he has 2. Oh, and another one of these things about these enemies right here, called the oozes, sometimes they will multiply each other, and they will make it really hard for you to fully defeat them. And it also goes for some of those that call in for some backup, but do not let that try to bother you. Just use your spells, and you should come out okay. Like we are doing right now. So yeah, just use your spells, you know, the synergy spells, then you should be able to take down the multiple targets, and you should be able to take them down for the count. Okay, Isaac is now a level 10 knight, and he learned the ability Cure Well. Cure Well is a stronger form of the spell Cure, meaning that you can heal more hit points for your character. So yeah, there you go. I'm not sure if we're going to have a lot of levels to go through when we're inside the Mercury Lighthouse, but we'll have to see how far along we get. Okay, we got some ghouls. Are they from Ghouls and Ghosts? I would assume not. I don't think they were, because they're you know, Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins is a Capcom franchise. But of course, Camelot has made some games for Capcom, like the We Love Golf on the Wii, which is pretty obvious. And I wonder what else they would, you know, do for Capcom. I know they have expressed interest in wanting to do another Fire Emblem game if Capcom isn't willing to do so. And I think that would have been be a good idea, because I'm not really liking the direction where Dragon's Dogma is going. And since Dragon's Dogma actually takes some inspirations from Breath of Fire, it's not a true Breath of Fire game at all. And besides, since we are already at this golden age where JRPGs are starting to make somewhat of a comeback, especially with the West, I think now would be the perfect time and the perfect opportunity to at least get another Breath of Fire in. One that is a true game in the series and not Breath of Fire 5 Dragon Quarter or whatever it is, because a lot of people disregarded that game quite a lot, and they did not like it because it was not truly faithful to the other Breath of Fire games, and it became its own little universe. So if you are to make a Breath of Fire 6, Capcom, then at least have Camelot Software Planning do the development and just publish the game. Have them make another game set in the universe where we actually know what Ryu and Nina look like. You know, Ryu is supposed to be a member of this dragon clan or whatever, or this tribe of people that can transform into dragons, and he always has blue hair, where Nina is this mage or this princess of a winged creature country called Windia. So yeah, just have them do that. Don't even stop with where you're at with those games right now. Just let somebody else take care of it. I mean, I'm sure Camelot Software Planning, they make really good JRPGs like this one, and they made the Shining Force series. So why not let them take the helm and let them make a new Breath of Fire game for you guys if you guys are not willing to do so. You guys make yourself a win-win. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing how many people are trying to convince Namco Bandai to have people like or companies like Nipponichi Software and XC to produce, or not to produce, but to distribute or to publish the Tales games that are around. Okay, since we're over on the statue, we actually need to use Ply on it, so that way we can actually activate the foundations of the lighthouse to where we can actually go up a bit further. and the statue is going to speak to our mind. It did speak to our mind, and now it made these platforms with the X's appear out of nowhere, and we have rings above our head. And by the time we jump into the water, we actually create invisible platforms for ourselves. So yeah, this is the secret of the Mercury Lighthouse and how we can get through the place. Now, since we're here at the Mercury Lighthouse, there's also a genie that's inside of this place, but we're not going to find it in this episode. So, yeah, it's going to be another Mercury genie, and that way Mia can have 2 for herself. So everybody can have 2 for themselves. And that will be a total of 8 so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and take down this guy. And this is the first time we're actually coming into contact with a mimic. Mimics are in the shape of treasure chests, and you will have to fight them, and they do win prizes after they are defeated. So yeah, take that initiative and take them down. And they're really not that difficult depending on where you're at right now. Sometimes they can be a little bit more difficult later on, but for the most part, they're not that bad. But of course, this is an enemy that has been quite redundant in many RPGs as of right now. I mean, Super Mario RPG had them, and even Final Fantasy IV, and a lot of others. So yeah, many people using treasure chests as an enemy to attack. It's kind of getting redundant, but, you know, in terms of tradition, it's really not all that bad. I'm sure lots of fantasy games and whatever kind of had this thing go on. And even Birth by Sleep even had that same, thing go on for them. Especially with, going inside the, what do you call that? The Queen's Castle or whatever, or the Dwarf Woodlands, or the Queen's Castle that was in the Dwarf Woodlands, where you try to open up one of the treasure chests, and all of a sudden, an unversed treasure chest just comes out of nowhere. Or, just pops up from within the treasure chest, or it is the treasure chest, or it just pops up out of nowhere from it. Okay, we got the Synergy armor inside of that treasure chest that was back there, so we went ahead and equipped it to Isaac, and the Synergy armor, it increases our Synergy points by a little bit, and I think that's all it does. Okay, now we want to do some platforming right over here. Basically, what we're doing is we're jumping from platform to platform when we're creating the other, so that way we can create some leeway to jump from different positions from where we're at. And there we go. Now, don't get your hopes up and think that this is going to work 100% of the time, because it always won't. Just be careful when you're trying to jump between platforms and platforms, because you'll always fall into the water and you'll be taken back to the last platform you stepped on. Okay, so we got some gnomes and some oozes. Some ooze? Go tell me there are turtles inside this place, or else they're going to transform themselves into Ninja Turtles. No, I don't think they would. Besides, there is a class in this game where you can transform your people into ninjas. Well, you don't actually transform them into ninjas, but you change their class into ninjas, and they have some really cool synergy spells that they can use to where they are ninja related. So you can actually say they're using ninpo in a sense for their synergy. But don't worry, it's not like Naruto or anything where they're trying to use ninja magic for their own deeds, or, using hand seals to perform ninja magic. Okay, what we want to do here is we actually want to grab this. And what's inside this treasure chest? Oh, a sleep bomb? Are you serious? Oh, come on. Oh, see? See what I mean when we fall in the water? Yeah, we have no chance of getting back over there. So we're going to have to start our way back from the other platform that we started out with, in order to make our way across. And then we are going to have to try things all over again. Okay, can we, I don't think that's going to work either. Yep. Anyway, we're going to have to make our way back this way, and we will get back to that spot where we missed out on some things. Or actually, can we make it through by doing this? I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to have to take our way... I think we're going to have to take a step back and take back that way from where we came from. Oh gosh, I fell in the water again. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, let's jump this way. Nope. Dang it. You don't want to jump on any platforms after you jumped on those X platforms of their own, because the rings above your head will disappear. You just want to follow the way I originally did it, and you should be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and try this again. And do this, and then we will make our jump all the way over here, and then we'll do this again, and we'll make our jump over here. But we don't need to do that because we can jump on those and just make our way back this way. Oh, great, we got another battle to fight, and we got some more oozes to destroy. Yeah, I know, right? And one of the ooze has been stunned, or one of the oozes. Is that even a... Is that supposed to be the plural for ooze? Oozes, or is it just ooze? I think it's just ooze, but... Oh, well. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this up already. Enough trying to figure out the technicalities of what the plural of ooze means. Okay. Alright, and let's go ahead and get back on track to where we are, and we will go a step further from where we're at. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we can do this to get back over on the, in the middle of that room, but we're going to go through this way. And we want to go this way because that will actually bring us into this room. Or is there something else that's inside here? No, there's not. So we can go ahead and we can go inside the middle waterfall here. Okay, and this is another one of those puzzles where we need to make some water spout. And easier done than said. And notice that I didn't say easier said than done, because you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and push this right over here. And then we got one more. Very good. We got all the pipes within the long pipe itself. And that filled up that bottom pit to where it could actually make those platforms activate themselves so that they can produce rings on top of our heads. And now we can go up another floor. And we just went through a floor that has nothing. And we got a lizard man here. Well, there may be no turtles, but there is at least a mutant lizard here. And we'll take care of it. Yeah, that was the same type of mutant lizard that we fought at the bottom of the Mercury Lighthouse, the one that we had to defeat in order to let Mia pass through. Okay, here's another puzzle that we can do. And what we have to do is we actually have to try to get the, we need to try and get the, what do you call it? Gosh, why am I having such a hard time trying to speak? My goodness, actually, that's not what we want to do. What we want to do, actually, is we want to... Yeah, we're going to want to do this first. What we're wanting to do is we're going to want to hit the pipe, or move that pipe over at the far right. I believe. I think that's how it goes. Nope. Oh yeah, actually it is. And then we want to move that one that's over there, or move that pipe back over to the one on the right. So that way the blowhole can actually blow the water where the statue is towards the south end. And now we need to hit the one at the bottom that will push it to the right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to push this, and then we are going to push the one on the top. We're going to push it down to where that block is, and then we're going to take this path back, then we're going to backtrack a little bit, and then we are going to push this, and that will actually push that statue inside of that hole. And by doing that, the statue is inside the room that's below us. So we can go ahead and we can head downstairs, and then we can push that statue in the middle, and that will open that door the way where we want to go, you know, for us to move further. And since we've already made it this far, guys, I think right now is a good chance to where we can go ahead and we can wrap up things right here. So anyway, gamers, next time on RRPG Let's Play with Golden Sun on the Game Boy Advance, we're going to resume where we left off, and we are going to traverse even further through the Mercury Lighthouse in hopes that we can reach the top. Anyway, gamers, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description, and if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then.